Good morning. Today for me was the rest of Enos, 15 through 27. It's like I turn on the camera and all my thoughts disappear. Okay, so, in verse 15, in verse 15, we've got him just praying and finishing out his story. And at verse 15 it says, "Whatsoever things ye shall ask in faith, believing that ye shall receive in the name of Christ, ye shall receive it." And then in 16 it says, "In his own due time." And then it goes on to talk about the Lord's timing and in the own due time of the Lord, and how sometimes it's immediate and sometimes it's a while. And he tells this story about how anyways, I'm not going to tell the story, but anyways, he asks these questions. This is what I want to share. This is what I put in my scriptures. So after he tells the story, and he talks more about Enos, it says, "When Enos had his wrestle before God concerning forgiveness for his sins, the due time of the Lord was a full day. Enos prayed all day and all night." For the prophet Joseph Smith, some trials and tribulations, the prayers and supplications extended across endless seasons before his mission was completed. And then it says, "How much patience is reflected in our prayers? How much faith do we bring to bear when it comes to pleading with the Lord on behalf of our families and our own personal lives? When it comes to the due time of the Lord, do we have the courage to imbue our prayers in all humility with the essence of these words from the dedicatory prayer of the Kirtland Temple, 'Thy will be done, O Lord, and not ours'?" So, like when you pray, you don't, I don't think it takes courage to pray, so when he uses the word courage, do we have the courage to imbue our prayers in all humility with the essence of these words? So, and I liked that bit. It gives you something to think about, to have patience and courage when you pray. And then it moves on to verse 27, talking about how Enos says that he's about to die, and he shall, "In him I shall rest. I rejoice in the day. Then shall I see his face with pleasure." And Enos ends his account by bearing his testimony about the coming rest of the Lord that awaits him. His last words recorded on the plates raise a question of conscience for us all. These are the questions I wrote down in my scriptures. Do we look forward with rejoicing to the time when we will be brought into the presence of the Lord? Do we have the certainty that our mortal probation will have been completed with full devotion and acceptable valor? And then it goes on to talk about how Enos served out his days with rejoicing and honoring his covenants with the Lord. And it says, may we do the same. And so those are just some thoughts that I had, or that I liked from my reading. And I think that's all I have. Yeah. Tomorrow is Jerem. I'm not quite sure which verses yet, but yeah, I'm gonna move through them probably next week. We're starting Mosiah, so that's gonna be fun. I'm not being sarcastic there. I like Mosiah. So I think that's all. I don't know why I feel like I'm missing something, but anyways, all right. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you all later.